Hello everyone, this is Ether Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. As you can see, we unfortunately are just shy of tier 10, 80 glory short. Was not able to do it, but we did get pretty close. Unfortunately, we just did not build our teams particularly well. Definitely some things I learned this week from how we design our teams. We were trying, like usual, to bait bans on Team 4, the completely dead team. And for the most part, that didn't happen too often. More times than not, a lot of folks just left Team 4 open. Probably because, honestly, there really isn't much of a threat on the team other than Yuri. So that does make sense. In the future, we definitely have to put some more stacked units on that team to bait more bans, but let's get into the replays here. I think the funny part this season was I forgot that there's the AI match when you lose, after you lose a match, and I kind of didn't realize that. So the first match I lost this season, I went to go look at the opponent's teams. I'm like, oh, they're pretty weak. And then, yeah, because because it's AI generated teams. But here, of course, they have their legendary Sheeta here, who absolutely walls Nana and Duo Korin, but she definitely does not wall these two as well. So our win condition is pretty much just making the right exchanges because they have no far save units, and their Ike doesn't even have distant counter. Fallen Ike doesn't even have distant counter. So we can pretty much get away with exchanging any units we want, as long as we have an option for taking out some of their other units. So here, we are actually waiting for them to overextend, and that's exactly what they do here. They use Atre's action to move in, and as a result, we can now get the punish going, because now we can take out, I already calculated out we could take out their Fallen Ike, and so we can pop the duo skill. We could have also just danced. I would just pop the duo skill for the fun of it.
On this night,
And
wonderful.
So we are just completely winning at this point because of course we have a massive point advantage now. And so the only way for them to win is to be aggro against us, and we have the action count advantage. So they just don't have any chance of winning, and just for the extra memes, we decide to prevent them from getting any kills at this point, and they just concede essentially by not making any moves after any relevant moves once we hit end turn here. As you can see there, I already calculated out that Not survives Harmonized Lysithia, so it's just over. We can do a number of things. I decided to just dance Duel Foreign to pick up the kill, since she was already in Wings of Mercy range. And there we go, starting out the season with a win. And once again, the bans that I chose typically were ones that involved, there was Duo Dagger. It was basically an automatic ban, because even if they were completely baiting for the ban with Duo Dagger, even with base kits, the other units they had on their team would be devastating to face. So yeah, we weren't going to mess with that. And of course, any reasonable combination with Yuri was definitely a no, especially on this map where we're using a lot of calves. Yuri would definitely make us lose from capture point issues. So here their Brave Hector is able to wall Duo Korin, but of course we are running Secret Maneuver, So we are just biding our time because we can get up Luna to 1 round KO the Brave Vector with Duo Corn if we so choose. We can also get Deadeye up as well. But we're just biding our time because we are actually going for the capture point advantage here, and that's exactly what we get. Not sure if they saw it coming, but just couldn't do anything about it, or just didn't bother. But we can just wait it out here because we are waiting for them to overextend so we can punish. Our positioning is a bit off, so we have to make some concessions, but they have Brave Erica try to tank Deadeye from Duo. Obviously not going to work. And we don't even need Luna to kill here. I forgot that's a different match. With plenty of Brave Hectors to go up against, and we go in this particular positioning to purposefully sack Duo Corn because now we can go on a rampage. And there's nothing they can do about it. Nana is going to easily tear apart Ash, and because of Secret Maneuver, if she can proc Moonbow on top of all her skills and shenanigans, it's extremely difficult for any unit to tank without heavily debuffing her attack. So pretty clean win there as well. And here we are up against a slightly higher rated opponent, ranked opponent. There's no real rating system in this game. I also did screw up some of the initial turn 1 positioning, so it didn't matter too much. So here, of course, they don't actually have any save unit, so we are free to just make good exchanges here. Of course, we want to exchange Ursula for any one of our long reach units, and we pretty much win on the spot. Also need to get rid of Vault here. Black Knight is not too big of a threat, but we go for that kill there because they've already used their actions in an unfavorable way. So we preserve Legendary Lilina here because that forces them, if they want to revenge kill, they have to leave their Ursula out to die to Lilina, which I've already calced out for a kill. It's pretty close, but still a kill nonetheless. And they go for this play, which is smart, except for the fact that we have the out of repositioning out with Ash. For the longest time, I was debating between running Pivot or Reposition on Ash. For this season, it seemed like Reposition was definitely a better choice. But at this point, we are just biding our time, letting them burn their actions, because I've already calced out that after AoE, Lilina easily one-shots Yoon, and Yoon can't one-shot, so we just have to finish it out here with teleportation shenanigans, and that's another GG. So far we started out pretty well. But of course, another thing to note is that this is lower tiers because we keep missing tier 10s, so we keep getting kicked back down to tier 7. So not great in terms of actual matchups. This matchup was actually one of the more difficult ones because, of course, I forgot which teams I banned. So I forgot which Farshay unit I had to deal with. Had I known it was Henriette, I would have not chosen this team. I would have chosen Team 1 because at least there's Ascended Leguarn there to pump out a massive attack stat to potentially go for the 1-round KO on Henriette. But yeah, we didn't do that. So of course, Lilina gets absolutely walled by Henriette. So we have to be very careful how we actually use our units here. Here they go a little too aggressive in my opinion. If they do force the far save immediate push up, which because of the trenches is pretty safe. It's just that the problem is they don't have a huge offensive presence because their main line is the melee cabs rather than Ascended Leguarn. So here we hit end turn, of course, to go first. And the reason being, we go for the captain kill here. Since I've already calced out that, of course, Legendary Sigurd can actually survive. At least I believe he could survive. I might have calced it wrong. I think I calced it wrong. Maybe they... No, I think it's just they didn't want to go for the kill. I think that's what it was, because it would have been a terrible exchange for them. I think that's what it was. There's definitely a lot of mistakes made on my end of plays, but that was not one of them. Here they popped the Harmonize skill to try to prevent Ascended Leguarn from getting KO'd, because of course we would still one-round KO Pirate Veronica because we were just too fast with our guaranteed follow-up attack. But yeah, the main thing there is calculating out that we could still take out Ascended Leguarn, and now the match is over because we can just take out Peony, and their Veronica cannot take out all the threats necessary to win, because we again calced out that we can pick up the kill with Legendary Sigurd on Pirate Veronica. Very close, but again, still a kill regardless. And now, of course, it's over. It's 4v1. Henriette stands no chance. Even if we left all of our units to die to her, she just does not have enough turns to win anyways, so GG. Surprise! Another thing that caught me by surprise is that people actually were making clever bans based off of what they guess I would ban to some degree, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this is a pretty stacked green team. I wonder where this is from. definitely not a Hero Rises, but this matchup is horrendous for us because they just have too many ranged units, period. That's literally it. And of course, 3 of them have Kanto, so... and their Harmonizer has an offensive presence that can actually take out some of our units, so it's not very great for us. What I should have done, honestly, to give ourselves a better try at winning, was just leaving our units in range for them to bait them into exchanging for kills. That would favor us more than them, but
be careful.
Yeah, that really wasn't going to end too well. So they popped the duo skill. Not entirely sure why. We screwed up our positioning as well here. So we're being very clumsy with moving our units around. And so they're just going to take advantage of that. And we're just biding our time. There's really nothing we can do at this point because now all of their units are moved in. So it's basically GG. Decided to go for the kill on Ike. Honestly, probably should have just gone for the kill on probably like Male Byleth or something. Not Ike, because I was thinking about Kanto shenanigans, but yeah, we didn't have any real Kanto shenanigans there, and I forgot they had Kanto shenanigans there, so it's just already over at this point. I just go for the kill here because there's no try for a win. They have a guaranteed win after repositioning Male Byleth, and given how the opponent was playing, I gave it to them that they were going to find that solution, so match is over. And a common theme at the end of the match, of course, is we just trying to get as many points as possible to minimize the amount of glory we lose, but
They're wide open. I got this.
yeah. Racing can't even kill. They ran out of actions to attack again, but Racing can't kill with Mundo, so that's unfortunate. Probably would have killed with Glimmer, but oh well. Now we're up against a non-AI Kirin. So confusing. I wish they had some special unique username for the AI matches so you would actually know what you were going up against. So here, we already had our initial setup incorrectly, so we just had to go with it. But Of course, the problem here is Ascended Bjorn. We just had a bad pick between two teams that neither of which were great matchups against this team. So, because again, I designed the teams pretty poorly, and once again, we set up our positioning pretty poorly as well here. They burn their Harmonize skill for some reason. I see no point in doing so. But they go ahead and do it. So I leave Legendary Hector in range. I knew this was a bad play because, of course, with their triangle attack shenanigans and letting Bell act teleportation, I knew they were going to get a scenario where they could get a huge advantage over us. But my problem was I didn't want to pick up the kill on Brave Alm here because they could just revenge kill with, say, for example, Nana and pretty much just get away with it because we can't bring in Brave Erica in a timely manner to deal with things. Because of course Nana has the Kanto. So the match was basically already over before it started because we had no way of dealing with Ascended Bjorn without getting Brave Erica into play, and we couldn't do that. So, and I intentionally Kanto there so we could get our units out of the way. I leave Ascended Leguarn out in range just to bait out their Brave Alm to kill, which is exactly what they do. I decided to take the kill of Brave Erica. In hindsight, better to do it with Atri to get the extra point. Because now we're playing chicken. And now we're down a point. And the problem is we can't really get a kill of our captain, but they can get a kill of their captain. So we're just in a bad spot in general. But because they play passively, we're able to get back into the capture zone to avoid being down on points. Of course, though, they're just going to be aggressive again. And we go for the kill this time because I was under the assumption that Brave Erica could actually one round KO Harmonize Cantrian, but I forgot to calc the most important part, which was actually doubling. And Brave Erica does not double, let me tell you that. Unfortunately, with our kit here, she only gets 65 speed, and Katra here. Oh, of course, there's the 61 speed there, and Katra here has 59, so we would need something like attack speed, solo blade. No, actually, Blade Session wouldn't do it. Actually, Blade Session would do it because we have to dance, but yeah. Unfortunate. We lost a point here because we didn't pick up the kill of Atri. My reasoning for picking up the kill of Brave Erica was to get the instant Luna. But I forgot. I had the captain skill. So, a huge oversight on my part. Definitely could have drawn this match. Or straight up win the match had I played this correctly, but yeah, unfortunate. I really should probably actually try. At some point, I stopped doing daily damage calcs because I was just way too brain dead and tired to do it correctly. So, this match, once again, is pretty much an auto loss for the pure reason that they can just have their Black Knight chill in the back, and we can't really do anything about it. So here, I just leave Ascended Leguarn essentially to die because I want to exchange her off for Ascended Leguarn. That way, it gives me a better shot at going aggressive into their far save unit. Of course, they have Charlotte, who's definitely not a trivial target to deal with. But here we go for this kill, and we have our bootleg fallout. They decided to go for this setup, and so we are going after the Black Knight. Of course, they block smartly. And so I pick up the kill there with Brave Erica to remove their dancer. And so now we have Hector and Leigern Company versus the world. And so the only thing we have here is that Hector walls pretty well. So what we're setting up here is Ascended Leigern to attack twice, or attack into Black Knight twice, because of course he's running Hardy Fighter Aegis. The damage reduction is absolutely insane. At 75% damage reduction, that is a huge deal, but we've already calced out that Ascended Leigern can actually take out Black Knight. We get the captain kill, which is huge, because of course they're going to revenge kill and get back those 2 points. And here, once again, already calced out that we take out Legendary Ephraim with Legendary Zero. Not a difficult calc at all, but with that, we end in a draw, which is kind of interesting. Definitely a good result for us, not so great result for them. They should have been able to win that one for sure. And here, again, we were faced with a pretty bad choice of things, so this is a match where I didn't do any daily damage calc, so I had no idea what the matchups were like. For example, can Legendary Lilina beat Legendary Sheeta? Because of course, as long as Legendary Lilina is above 25% HP at start of combat, she has Hardy Bearing, so the Vantage is absolutely useless on Legendary Sheeta. But we have to be able to kill. So, spoiler alert, they have Mass Confusion as their captain skill. So Legendary Lilina is unable to take out Legendary Sheeta. So, of course, one of my favorite plays to make is bluff that I can't actually kill, but of course in reality I can't kill. I don't know if they're doing the daily damage calcs, but we are also waiting for them to pop their duo skill, which is what they do here. And it's exactly what we want, because now we can just sack Legendary Lilina for their captain, so we got the extra point over them, which is an extra bonus. And they are way too aggressive with their Legendary Sheeta here. He gets absolutely mauled by Brave Hector here. If you can't one-shot him, and he's running Bold Fighter, not going to end well for her. But the main thing is actually that she procs his special for him. Because of course she would be able to attack again, because I'm pretty sure she was below 100%. So Maltet's denying the follow-up attack was not in play there. So pretty fortunate that that was able to happen. Otherwise we would have just had to retreat a bit and wait for a better opportunity to strike again. But yeah, that was pretty fortunate. Here we got a pretty nice team going up against their team. This is one of my more preferred teams to run. I prefer running teams 2 and 3 over Team 1. Team 1's pretty bad. Very poor coverage against far save. And a lot of people have plenty of far save, so that's kind of a small problem. I think this is the matchup where Luna allows Duo Corin to pick up the 1-round KO. I can't be sure, but once again, we are pressuring turn 1 purely for the purposes of gaining space, and that will give us a chance for capture points down the line. We didn't go for it turn 1 just to be not as aggressive here, but here they make a very poor play by swapping places with Felicia, because now Felicia has to go attack into Duo Corin with no far safe support if they want to revenge kill, and they end up doing that, which allows us to actually straight up charge up Deadeye because we get -1 from Secret Maneuver, and we pick the one shot there. to set up Deadeye now, and I did do my daily damage calcs for this match for some reason. But they leave their Brave Hector to die here. He has no chance against Legendary Nana, especially with Moonbow incoming. Absolutely no shot. So it's just over. We move out Nana to replace with Not, and we have Pathfinder and a Dancer floating on the back.
Time.
They don't have a chance, but they can still give it a shot. Even with the duo skill, of course. Legendary Nana is way too much damage for him to handle, and it's just over at this point. So pick up the kill with Crom for the captain points, and there we go. And here we are up against yet another Brave Hector. Plenty of Brave Hectors this season. So the number one problem with this team is, once again, Brave Hector. And to some degree, Legendary Lil. This is a pretty bad matchup for us purely because of they have Brave Hector. That's literally it. If this team was no far save, we would be in real estate here, but of course most people nowadays run far save, so that's not really a thing. So here we make a meme move. Is our only play to try for something funny, so we go for it. Because in this position, we want to exchange Lilina for Corrin, so if they pick up the kill here, we can revenge kill. And then they can revenge kill with Violet, but then we can revenge kill with Nana. That was basically the gist of things there. But then I forgot that, and then moved Not over like this, because I wanted her to go after Brave Hector, but I didn't do my daily damage calcs. This particular match. So I didn't realize that Nana misses the kill on Brave Hector. She needs Blade Session maxed out, so yeah, we Kanto out for no reason whatsoever. Brave Hector picks up the kill, and it's just over. Because we just can't deal with the sheer amount of actions advantage they have over us. And of course, they still have their far save Brave Hector, so even though Crom can take out Brave Hector with Deadeye, we just can't win because Violet is way too fast, and they have, of course, Elamine for the damage reduction against Not, for example. So unfortunately, we can only just pick up the kill on Brave Hector, and that's it. Not is way too slow here. Gets absolutely walled. Also just can't even deal with Harmonize Azura. Too fast for her. And so, wouldn't have mattered anyways. 2 shots still wouldn't have picked up the kill. So, it's just an L at this point. Also misses the kill there. Unfortunate. Damage reduction strong. But, yeah. Not a great matchup for us there. Again, hindsight, actually doing the daily damage calcs would have been a good idea. But moving Not there was probably the biggest mistake we could have made overall. It still wasn't good for us in that spot. I'm pretty sure it's a theoretical loss at that state, but what are you going to do about it? And here we get to use our fun team. Lilina, Legendary Sigurd, just carrying the whole team. But this team, pretty low merge as you can see. Their Ignats, of course, can easily wall Legendary Lilina when she's not heavily buffed. She actually can one-round KO him, I just didn't go for it. Again, we didn't do any daily damage calcs here, so all my information was off of the combat previews. So I saw that she needed the joint drive attack from Ash to pick up the kill on Ignatz in 1 round. And she would have to attack him directly so he couldn't get the extra 4 res from his far save. So So pretty convoluted, but they really misplay here with how they use their actions. And so the main thing here is we just need to get rid of Regan, and we pretty much win on the spot at this current state. You can definitely replay if you want to actually fully analyze everything, but the main part here is that they left Harmonized Catria on the water tile, which prevents Ignatz from saving her from Legendary Lilna. And now, thanks to Ash, we can pivot with Brave Hector, and the match is completely over. Absolutely no shot for them to win because Brave Hector is now blocking the way. So, yep, it's just over. And here I place Ash there, so we could have Legendary Lilna potentially AoE if she wanted to. I was thinking about flexing and having Lilna 1-round KO Ignatz, but decided not to do that. And here we are. This particular person we frequently lose to, just in general, in even regular duels in Coliseum. Sometimes I'll run. I believe it's in regular duels where we run into him. But of course, the main problem is we got stuck with this team, which is the garbage team, and we are up against a team where the big problem is Brave Edelgard. We can take her out. It's just that what we have to do to take her out is too much for us to deal with. Essentially, we would need to get Brave Erica really far out into the front line. I was considering going for it, but I was a bit concerned that we were going to overextend some of our units too far. And so we've already lost at this point because of how I position my units, so we're just sacking units left and right at this point. I danced the Legendary Azura to protect Brave Erica, so at least we can revenge kill Brave Edelgard, whoever she kills. And they go for the objectively correct play of taking out Atri. If they didn't, we definitely could have had a chance of winning at this point, but now the match is over. They draw back, so Brave Erica is no longer in range to attack Legendary Nana. And I forgot that they had the first action, so kind of awkward there. They go for the kill, and it's just over at this point because we can't reach. We could pick up the kill on Legendary Nana, but that would throw any chance of us winning the match. So we decide to wait for things to go by, and there's nothing we can really do at this point. They correctly hit end turn with with Ashera, and so it's just over. Of course, Legendary Azura with TA against Duo Peony, not a great matchup. So with that, if you were counting that, it was our final loss of the season. So unfortunately, again, we didn't make tier 10. Honestly, probably should have made it this week if we played correctly, but that's how it went. Not mad about it, because of course, at the end of the day, we are pretty casual with it. If I was actually serious about this mode, I would be doing my daily damage calcs every match and not playing duels non-stop until I can't play it anymore. And that's the big thing. I don't take any breaks, and I do it while absolutely brain dead, so it just incentivizes not doing our daily damage calcs. But we should at least get top 3k. Of course, we can probably make top 1k this week, which is a negligible difference in rewards anyways, but you know, we'll take it if we get top 1k. Overall, I think the main thing we need to do is just refine our teams here, just so the comps are better, because Team 2 has serious coverage issues. We get seriously walled by some particular blue units, especially, where we would have to rely on our melee units to deal with them, and that's not great. This team is probably the most balanced team, but still sucks. Gets walled by fire save, some particular fire save units way too often, and so needing to rely on legendary Nana to pick up that kill is not great because you have to leave out Not in the front line in enemy range. So you're really juggling and with some dangerous business there. And Team 1, again, like Team 2, just gets absolutely walled by far save units, except that team gets walled by a lot more far save units than Team 2, so in the future, I definitely don't particularly like Ascended Leg Yarn. She's literally just a stat stick, and without Ether Raids boosting her HP, she cannot survive Ascended Bjorn's counter consistently, so it's not great. She's basically useless, and is just a vocab, which, you know, we could use any other vocab like Legendary Leaf if we wanted vocab. But as you can see, our barracks options are not that large. Ideally, it would be someone like Duo Crom on this team, but of course that would probably be just an auto ban for some people. But that definitely would be a good pick. Maybe Yuri would be good if we invested into Yuri. You can see we have a ton of investment into our Yuri. But anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye!